All right, we are back recording. Just got the new board game. Um, Now we're heading back home.
Now turn right onto 134th Avenue Northeast.
I gotta put it in drive first before I can move. All right. Okay.
Now turn left onto Bell Ridge Road.
Just waiting for the light to turn. Check my receipt real quick. Oh, I forgot to mention the board game that I just bought is Wingspan. I heard it's a really good game from my friend, so I'm gonna go check it out. All right, no problem. Something's in the back seat. Just a tissue paper box. Oh, one thing that I don't know if I mentioned earlier, that I got actually one strike on my trip to Pullman, which is kind of dumb because it's not like I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't realize I have the habit of, putting my hands sort of at the bottom of the wheel, right? And the steering wheel down here, because I rest my elbow, right? This is the Model S, and after a while I just, I guess the autopilot did not detect any pressure, and I did notice that the warning came up, and I did, okay, it just kind of slowed down for no reason. I don't know if the video picked that up. That's kind of the behavior that I experienced on the road trip as well. Obviously there's no Mirage this time around, so I have no idea why it decided to brake. I definitely notice it. I just don't know if the video will pick that up. Sorry buddy, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Now turn left onto 148th Avenue Northeast.
So yeah, the board game is Wingspan. I heard good things about it, so gonna try it out this week. Hopefully they'll have the .7 coming up. Let's see, anything else worth mentioning? I did notice in my Model S, this is the older model, 2018, when I disengage, it doesn't pop up a box and ask me to record 10 seconds of disengagement feedback, right? Like this car is new enough that I did get that prompt, but for Model S, it does nothing. So there's just no way that I can give a audio feedback. Yeah, it's really jittery. Even approaching the stoplight here, it feels a little timid. Yeah, I wasn't average. Go away. He needs to go to the right lane. Alright. There's a little close. I wonder if the autopilot will back up. Okay, that's a little bit abrupt. Let me know in the comment if you have a full self-driving beta and you experience the autopilot actually can correct itself by backing up. I never ran into that kind of situation, and I never seen anybody's YouTube video showing their car actually can back up if, let's say, it miss a turn and need to course correct and make a backup. I just never seen it. Okay, that was not smooth. Hopefully the video picked that up. The steering wheel was doing this. This is a stretch of road that's just terrible. Okay, I am in the HOV lane. I'm looking at the video and it definitely does not pick up the sign. So that's something. I don't know how other people other people's recording. I have to go search for other people's full self-driving beta video to see if anybody have some similar experience. Just does not pick up the HOV lane. Oh, one thing I did notice also on my trip back from Pullman is if you're on the freeway, sometimes you'll see those digital board with information like turn to radio, AM for traffic advisory, but also sometimes you'll see the speed limit. It does not pick up the speed limit on those digital board. That's one thing that I did notice. And that's kind of in general also. Sometimes it just does not pick up the speed limit board. And I haven't run into a situation where, you know, if there's a road work and sometimes they'll put like a speed limit sign, whether or not it picks that up. One of these days I'll run into that situation. We'll see how it goes. So this is definitely not ready for robotaxi, I can tell you that. Even if all the cars on the road is using this version right now, they'll probably end up in a quagmire. It's definitely getting much closer, but I will not go to sleep in this car. Definitely need human intervention once in a while. I can see that full self-driving beta be part of a fleet of robotaxi within a city limit. Like, you know, even if you don't use sort of geofencing or any other tricks, just use vision alone, it'll probably work out in sort of a well-defined area. You know, there's not a lot of road work or surprises, edge cases, and you can let go of a fleet of robotaxi with the software similar to even the current version. I think it might work, as long as there's not a lot of sort of edge cases that it will confuse the software. They should fix the roundabout though. I think that's pretty common in just everywhere, right? Like, who doesn't have a roundabout? So that's something I think they need to fix. At least in my experience, it still has glitches. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take the other road. So I just disengaged. So this is the pop-up box down here. Every time you disengage, it'll ask you, give you a chance to record 10 seconds or so of audio. I'm gonna take my usual route to the right that forces to go through 2 roundabouts to see if run into the problem. It's always the first one that has a problem. There's actually 3 roundabout, but the second one I am just merging into the exit, so coming out of the roundabout, so it doesn't really count. But this first one, you will probably see later. I'll engage in a few minutes here. Right now I'm just driving it, I'm not using autopilot. But this roundabout is the one that it always have a problem finding the route, exiting the third, 1, 2, 3, yeah, the third exit. So in a minute you'll hear the voice over is going to come in and say it's going to exit you will go into the roundabout and use the third exit. Okay, I'm going too fast. It always chooses the right lane, which is fine. This is the right path. Yeah, here it comes.
Enter the roundabout and take the third exit.
The third exit. It just said the third exit. Great. I got a sister Tesla right next to me. Hopefully, I'm not gonna jinx this. Please don't hit this car. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Here we go. Okay, so I'll pick this route correctly, and then it's gonna be okay. This time, yeah, it's really jerky. Very jerky. Looks like that BMW behind me is probably pissed off. I just cannot pick the right route. Very hesitant. That guy's probably figuring out either I'm drunk or I'm a student driver. Does not like that roundabout, I'm telling you. Like one of the Achilles heel right now. It's the roundabout, and I haven't taken this version out during kind of bad weather, but I suspect it doesn't do well like the previous version when it's raining too hard. They always show up kind of the warnings as the auto drive will be fully functioning. So this is all right, I'm using my hand. So this is the second roundabout, but I'm just merging into the, you know, the sort of the exit. And then as long as there's no car coming, I think I'm gonna be fine. In my previous video, I think 2 videos back, one thing I wish they improve on is this merging from 2 lane to 1, like what I'm just doing here. It should use the signal, but it doesn't. It should know there's a car behind me, right? Even though it's not very close, there is a car behind me. That's the spot sometimes some aggressive driver will attempt to pass you. So it's always good to have a signal. So from here, it's just a straight shot up to the golf course. We have Trilogy Golf Course, and then inside sort of the the road in there. There's a roundabout, but that's just a single lane roundabout. It doesn't have a problem with the single lane. It's just always the double lane. For some reason, it just get confused. That should be a pretty easy fix, right? I think that it sees everything. When I was playing back the video, I noticed that there was quite a bit of wind noise. My setup is very basic right now. I don't have a lot of fancy equipment. I'm using a GoPro11, which I just recently bought. I'll do a review of the GoPro11 soon. And but I don't have a separate mic, so I'm just using the Media Mod built-in microphone. You know, I did notice there's a bit of a wind noise that I can pick up, so that's why you hear it. So far I like the GoPro really well. It's working really well. Don't have any major glitches. I did notice once in a while, and it's happened a couple times now, that the camera does not turn on even though it has battery power, and it looked like there's a red light that in front and in the back. Usually that comes up when your battery is low, but when I check the battery, it's fine. And also I have a Volta, and I know that, you know, even though it's hooked up, press the power button, it just does not turn on, and I have to take the battery out. And that's basically the solution in their user's guide, troubleshooting guide as well. So now I remember hearing somebody else's video doing the GoPro review. They have similar problem, so that problem still is there. But so far I don't see any, you know, video corruption issues or video just disappear. That's the only problem that I see so far, knock on wood. Okay, this is the other area that it always tries to, okay, this time it didn't do it, but it did it twice already, where it goes to the right lane for who knows why, and then it comes back to all the way to the left. This time I feel like it thought about it, but it did decide not to do it. Okay, so this is a yellow light. We have the right of way. Great. Okay, so we're just going into the golf course road, and you'll see there's another roundabout coming up. This one, it never has problem, with the exception, you know, 2 versions back, first time I try, it went into the roundabout very quickly, even though there was a car coming. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit, because I would not have done that. I would have, you know, yield, right? That's why there's a slow down yield sign. It did not yield, it just went in. It's like sort of being an ass almost, you know. That's what you need. So full self-driving software with an attitude.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second.
That's not the assertive I want. Okay, wow. So that was pretty abrupt, slowing down, and it does a full stop. I'm not sure if I need to do a full stop. I would not do a full stop because there's no car. You don't need to do a full stop, I don't think. But it did anyways. So, yeah, if you're a new driver, right? Like, you just got your driver's license, you probably would do that. So it definitely still has elements of kind of the behavior or the personality of I'm not picking on teenagers, but like teenager driver, right? Folks that just got a driver's license. This is yeah, I'm gonna probably just stop the recording. There's nothing here. It's just a straight shot back to my community. Never have this is just a straight road. There's no issue whatsoever, unless there's a deer that comes out, which I haven't seen one, but it could. But anyways, hopefully I gave you some good video showing the latest .6. Still need improvements in the roundabout. Has some phantom braking, especially in a long stretch of road with the Mirage. At least that's my theory. It does sometimes even do sort of a phantom brake, not just Mirage, but narrow road. I did notice a little bit of hesitation even on this trip to Mox. So I'm not sure what that bug is. Hopefully they'll iron it out by next version. It's you know, I can still feel the overall trend is, you know, going the right direction, right? There's not like huge major regression that I notice. Definitely getting better. Still excited that you know, my car is, you know, with the full self driving especially, is better than the car that I got back in 2019 or so. And Tesla is the only company that can give you that right now with over-the-air update. So, all right, that's it.